Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sanctum. This episode I'm going to be doing a little segment I like to refer to as Saturday Morning Sanctum, where I take a look at some of my favorite Saturday morning memories. And as you can see by this box before us, we're going to be taking a look at the big guy himself, the green cheese. Do they call him the green cheese? I don't think they call him the green cheese. Godzilla. Godzilla was big in late 70s America. He was airing on Creature Features all over the country. He had his own Marvel comic book. Child World was stacked with his Shogun Warrior figure. And he even had a really cool Ben Cooper costume. So, Hanna-Barbera, feeling the time was right to strike, created the Saturday morning cartoon, the Godzilla Power Hour. The cartoon basically entailed a group of scientists that traveled around the world and they'd encounter various monsters and other dangers. And Godzilla, who was a hero in this version, would show up and help them out when necessary. Now, of course, TV standards and practices at the time didn't allow Godzilla to stomp on buildings or breathe fire too often. So, Godzilla couldn't be Godzilla. And to make matters even worse, the creators of the cartoon, as was par for the course back then, felt it was necessary to add a cutesy comic relief character in the form of Godzuki, Godzilla's cowardly nephew. Godzuki is the Scrappy-Doo of kaiju. He can't fly, when he tries to breathe fire he coughs up smoke, and whenever trouble rears its ugly head, he takes a big scrappy dump. Godzuki added absolutely nothing to the show, and I don't know why writers at the time insisted on adding these types of characters to Saturday morning cartoons. I mean, he even ruins a perfectly good kick-ass theme song.
Up from the depths, 30 stories high, breathing fire, his head in the sky. Godzilla, 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 and Godzuki.
And now here we have this beautiful Godzilla PVC statue. This came out from Mondo. Mondo is doing a Godzilla Museum series. They have 3 current figures out now, and those are pictured on the box that we have here. We've got the great picture of the animated Godzilla from Hanna-Barbera's artists. Mondo, it's licensed through Toho. And you've got Godzilla Museum, Godzilla the Animated Series, 1970s. And on the side, they show us the 3 other ones that are available. We've got The Birth of the Monster, 1954. So you can get the 1954 Gojira, the 1970s animated series, and then they've got this 2021 one called Attack Peter, which is done by a Mondo. I don't know if he's a Mondo artist, but he's an artist that does a lot of work for Mondo. It's a very cool looking figure. You can probably Google it or look it up online. Maybe I'll put a picture of it here. It's kind of like a samurai style or woodcut looking Godzilla. Kind of interesting. And then, of course, we've got this little blurb here on the back. Appearing across television screens in the late 1970s, this version of Godzilla is unforgettable. From its pulse-pounding theme song to its comical sidekick. Comical. Godzilla ruled the airwaves. This first-of-its-kind collectible captures a memorable moment in Godzilla's history. Okay, so far I am digging the figure very much. I really like the material that's made out of. It's a very solid, like vinyl plastic PVC. Has a good heft to it. And you can see it definitely looks like the cartoon Godzilla. Even that they've got these cool sort of inking lines on him, like it's a drawing, like it's a cartoon. We've got his tail here, and what I like is he's got a magnet here, so you match up his spikes, and there we go. He's sort of got his swinging tail there. He doesn't have any articulation on him. He's done like a statue. And then we've got this octagonal base. Octagonal? Kind of heavy. It feels like there must be a magnet in there or something. It says Godzilla Museum, Mondo. And then I assume that says Godzilla in Japanese. Now, I assume it goes this way. And we've got this little nameplate here. Godzilla, the animated series, 1970s. I'll put him on his pedestal. Put his little nameplate there. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Aurora kit, which would also have like little nameplates and things like that. And there he is in all his glory. The animated Godzilla. Now, one thing I would say is that he doesn't seem to hold on to the base. I thought maybe he had magnets in his feet or something like that make him. He's basically balancing on his tail. So if you were to put this on a shelf or a bookcase or something like that, got to be careful because I think he would fall over very easy. And although he seems to be very sturdily built, I mean, he is Godzilla. He's got these little tiny fingernails and sharp pointed teeth that could possibly break. Nope, I've already knocked him over. He doesn't really hold on to that base too well, so that would be the one negative thing I have to say about this piece. But otherwise, I really, really, really like it. I love those defined drawing lines on there to give him that animated look style. I love the Kelly green color. I like the pose they've got him in. And he really does look like the version from the cartoon. And I dig those spikes. Reminds me a little bit of one of the dinosaurs from another Hanna-Barbera 70s cartoon, The Valley of the Dinosaurs. Now, as I said, Saturdays to me are always about Godzilla because Creature Double Feature was on Saturdays where I grew up, and there was 9 times out of 10 there was a Godzilla movie on. And I always have my fingers crossed that it was going to be Godzilla versus the Smog Monster. Because that was the very first Godzilla movie I saw, and to this day it's my favorite. Say what you will, there are better Godzilla movies, but I have a special place in my heart for my first Godzilla. I think all of us do. So as always, thanks for joining me here in the Sanctum. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like and subscribe button, because you never know when another Saturday Morning Sanctum may appear. And leave me a comment or two. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Godzilla Power Hour, or on what other Saturday morning properties you think I should showcase or take a look at. Did you watch the Godzilla Power Hour? I did. I was there every Saturday morning hoping for some Godzilla mayhem. And, full disclosure, I own an adult-sized Godzilla Power Hour t-shirt, and I'm wearing it right now. So remember, the next time life gets you down, rise up from the depths, 30 stories tall, crush a few buildings, smash a few cars, and while you're doing it, walk in beauty, my friends. You
ぞどこでも正義のためだ広い海原荒波蹴って目指すは悪い怪獣だでっかい体にでっかい
He put up a terrific battle, ma'am, but clean living prevailed.